Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to episode 2 of Humankind. In the previous episode, in case you missed it, I explained about the game, what it is, how it's different from Civ, what sort of resources there are, what the Aerostars are and how you can get them, and what I have been doing so far. I only have one town, Babylon, as I am the Babylonians, and I've currently set up a second outpost, Lula Australis, and once this thing is done, I can attach it to the town as I already have it. Or I can turn this into another town. What I'm working on right now is just getting a bit more of a lay of the land, finding some more curiosities, and seeing about growing the town of Babylon. So at the moment there is not that much going on, and since I'm just getting through research and science and, well, basically finding more stuff, I can continuously click next turn pretty much. Alright, Babylon has a bunch of rocky fields around. Rocky fields don't really benefit from having a lumber yard, but they do benefit from getting masonry. And masonry means you get stoneworks. Plus one industry on a mountain, a stone field, or a rocky field. So I want to have that one, and they're going to go through carpentry to get there. These guys have been healed up after taking down a wild animal. Tackling this bear is going to be very shaky. Let's not do that. Let's have these guys on auto-explore as well. Oh, and have you met the neighbors? The Myceneans are over here with Myceneans. And they appear to have still a bunch of mammoths around. But this one, for example, I cannot get to because I need to declare war. Which I think is a bit early, as I do not have any military units.
I hope the style is pleasing, because it will be around for as long as the city lasts.
Alright, what has happened is that another empire has found Lake Baikal. I don't know where, but I do know that it gave them another 50 fame stars. So let's see. Yeah, it's one of the other empires. Fortunately, it's not the first one, which means that they don't go to 120, and I'm still stuck at 20. But not to worry, I'm not necessarily going for Aerostars early on. Alright, let's set up the astronomy house there. And then I can potentially, or actually, if I set it over here, I believe I do gain, yeah, I got the adjacency bonus because it is next to it. And that way I can have another farm there and potentially more farms over there. This is going to give me more science again. Lake Hillier has been detected by another empire. Over there we found carcasses and another bear. Babylon's population has grown. I have gained 1 pop. Now, let me show you what you can do with those. I've currently selected Babylon, and over here on the top side you can see how much I'm getting. 6 food, 13 industry, 3 money, and 10 science. As with civilization, you can select how you want your city to be governed. At the moment, though, I only have 1 pop. This means that I can just shift this guy around, for example, from food to industry, or to science if I want to get more, but of course that means that I'll not grow very quickly. I will get another pop in 56 turns. So for now I really want to keep them on generating food so I can get the new pop in 8 turns. Alright, we've selected another curiosity for 8 science and 10 influence, that's excellent. And this one is now ready. Alula Australis. I can either attach this to Babylon, to the town, whereby this outpost is going to start generating more resources for the town, or I can upgrade this to a new city, but I'm going to require 160 to do that, 160 influence, which is a bit rich at the moment. It does, however, give me a second town early, but I don't really want to do that yet. Because what I want to do is spend influence to generate an outpost potentially on this sector, so that my neighbors don't start claiming too much territory closer to me. So let's take manual control over one of the guys and send them there. Or actually, maybe this rocky area is a bit easier to defend if it comes to a battle. So I'm going to send them there and start claiming this one. You can have more and more and more outposts, but as you build more of them, they become more expensive. Another curiosity has been claimed, and we can just continue. Now what I found that the AI is really good at my AI that is to use the auto-explorer to immediately go after more curiosities. And that just very nicely ticks up over time as they generate more science and more influence. And more influence, once again, translates into more outposts. By the way, if you have gotten enthusiastic about Humankind, then please click the link down below in the description. And through that, you can get the game on Nexus. Nexus is a platform that gives me as a content creator a small cut of whatever you buy on there. And if you buy Humankind through their platform, then I would be most appreciative. Alright, next turn. These guys are still moving there. End the turn. There we go, that's another plus 60. How big is this zone? It's not terribly big. And I would have to be pretty careful not to fall under their influence too much. But let's just do it anyway. I really do not want to sit in this valley. This looks like a death trap from a strategic point of view. Because I can get pretty easily attacked. Another curiosity. I want you guys going... Set up an outpost there. This is plus 6 and plus 13 production. Plus 7 and plus 13. Plus 6 and plus 15. So they're really good at producing, but I'm also quite close to my neighbors. This is 21 total, this is 18 total, this is 20, this is 21. Well, this place might not actually be that bad. Set it up here. We got Brendryen as our new outpost. They are probably not going to like that. The Myceneans have changed how they feel about me. I wonder why. I claim the territory on their border. And they really do not like that. They want me to give it up, but I will not. This, however, made them condescending, and their war support is very high. The chance that this town is going to get attacked and that we're going to war soon is serious. So I'm going to station the guys over here on my new outpost and hope that I do not get attacked before I get some military units. Now I did just get masonry, so Babylon can start working on that. And I think early on right now it's going to be required to get some chariots. Because with the chariots I can do a bit of charging down on their area if I so need it. Alternatively I can go for the military. Organized work here, bronze working. Yeah, let's get that. These guys could be very useful, especially as they have the Guardian perk. That's my unique unit. So let's make sure I have those. Curiosity collected, plus 60. More gold. Now with all that gold, I can, if I want to, buy a new piece of district. And considering how rich I am, that might not be a bad idea. Alternatively though, I'm very interested in getting warriors and or palisades for my city over there. Or rather, not my city yet, but my new outpost. Oh, fuckers. Look at that. I took this. And they took that. That is really brazen. Yeah, this is going to come to a head very, very soon. Let's get the artisan quarter to start picking up... Oh, sorry. This is copper, right? Yeah, but I do not have copper working yet. Coming up soon. Instead... No, I'm not going to buy anything just yet. I do not have a construction in progress. I could get the granary or granary to make sure I get some more food from the farmers that I have. Currently I only have 6 food per farmer and this would push it to 8, meaning that I grow faster. But considering the war that is bound to kick off soon, I'm going to go with an archer. Now, this is where Humankind does things a little different from, for example, Civ, because look at that. -1 pop. Building any military unit is going to take you a pop. That's not necessarily ideal, but that's the way that the game has set it up. And this means that you just cannot keep spamming more and more and more military units. It doesn't work. You need to be careful with these guys. You need to hoard them. And you need to make sure that you only pick them when you really, really need to. Considering the war, I think I really, really need to. So I'm going to start training an archer. And I want to set this town up to city growth to ensure that that's going to be a priority. City defenses have been researched, allowing me to build palisades, warriors, and also a garrison. A garrison is a base, providing more fortification, stability, and combat strength in combat for units in or adjacent to the district. And it can also spawn land units. Now, let me show you how you can use that. If, for example, the sector over here... No, actually, I need to do it from here. Babylon. Let's say that I do not have a district in the form of a garrison. I can only spawn military units on Babylon. If I build a garrison over here, all of a sudden I can spawn my units over there. Which means that I get more options. And I could pretty quickly spawn them around here. And that way, start getting more strategic advantages against this new colony that they're about to set up. I want one of my guys back on my territory. And... oh, we got independent people here. These guys are peaceful for now. They might not stay that way. But I want both of my scout parties back home. You are not allowed to trespass onto territories that have been attached onto a foreign empire's city. Great. If you find yourself in such a position, you'll have to order them to move outside the territory attached to the territories. Your army will take damage each turn from attrition. So I'm going to be hurting as long as I'm trespassing. So be it. Look at that. They have attached all this to their capital. Interesting. This is going to kick off pretty quick. But I have not had a war this early, so this is going to be interesting. Keep going. Yeah, we'll have to go completely around. Okay, so be it. I just want you to stand in my area, my territory. The guys over here, I think these are the refugees. No, this is the hunting party. They're still picking up more and more curiosities.
So, will this independent people be an ally or an enemy?
Ah.
A barrier or a blessing? Their future may not be in their hands.
Independent people, to some extent, can be considered as a city-state, with some differences. Because what I can do right now is praise them, I can start bribing them, and eventually I can start assimilating them. Which means that their town and all their resources and assets become my own. It is very interesting to do that, but first I need to become their patron. And to do that, I need to get praise and or bribes their way. But I don't really see that much, so I need to get better vision on them. You guys, they've completely cut me off here. This is a pretty bold move by the AI. Alright, for now let's have Babylonia and Alula attach. There, now my territory is bigger and I can also get access to horse by building a horse ranch. Archer is going to be done in one turn. The archer, however, is only a ranged unit. Yes, it can fight at short range if it absolutely has to, but it's better that you don't. Bronze working is coming up though, and with that I can immediately pick up the copper deposit and then start building my preferred unit. Alright, with vision on these, I think it's time to start spending some money. I now gain 7 favor per turn, and eventually, judging by the leaps and bounds that I'll be getting, I'm going to be overtaking the other guys, which is an unknown empire. So there are more guys around here. And there is another independent people from the town of Nock. And the town of Nock is something else that I want to slowly but steadily bring under my control. Because they can be a very useful ally. Aerostar Unlocked. I have achieved the Aerostar for Science. as I was able to get 6 technologies researched. If I can get 10, I can get another 225 fame, and I can get another Aerostar. And this puts me at 146 fame points, which still does not put me very high. I'm 6th out of 7 players. The first player is doing really well. And the Myceneans are 5th. They're not that much farther ahead than I am. Okay, I want you guys back in my territory, because I want to show something. These are my scout parties, or my hunting party. With these guys I have a few options. I can first of all rename them, but also I can have them transfer to a nearby army to create a new army, or I can disband them. And by doing that, I can make sure I get the pop back. I'm going to do that, and that's going to grow Babylon to 3. Yes, I want to disband the unit. This way Babylon can grow faster, and thus produce more stuff for me. Now the construction of the archer has been completed, so now it is high time to start getting this. I want my copper, because then I can start building my arrow units, the Sabasukasti, and get ready for the fight. The archers are standing by. I'm going to park them here, just position them on Babylon. Let's do some new research. I'm going to pick up irrigation and fishing, even though I don't strictly need fishing. But irrigation with this river is going to help me. And, well, it's a cheap technology. If I can get 4 more, I can get another Aerostar and a bunch of fame. Brendryen has grown to +1. That's over here. Now, I can boost this into a city. And considering how it's positioned, I'm going to do that. This is now the town of Sipar. They have a little bit of population, but not much. I might not be able to buy anything useful. Although a farmer's district is going to help it grow pretty quickly. There. And unfortunately I cannot afford an archer because they're 226. So let's go from buyout to build queue. Let's get the pottery workshop so I can get more influence. The reason why I'm boosting my influence this much is so that I can start getting these guys under my control faster. Shit. They're in the process of upgrading this, I'm afraid. That's going to be unfortunate. I also want the town of Sipar to start getting walls. These warriors... These are going to be potentially very useful. Because they can go on the offensive. What other party do I have? I got the hunting party all the way down there. I got the refugees over there. These were stationed here. I'm going to disband the refugees to ensure that I get another pop here. And with that pop, I can then buy a potential archer over there to defend the place better. You guys, station. Babylon has completed its construction, which means that I now have access to the copper mine, and now it is time for the Sabusukasti levy recruits, armed and trained to fight in exchange for access to temple-owned land. I hear that my neighbors have some of that. Let's have a chat. The darkest depths. Miners and prospective miners and their kin from Babylon are afraid. Ancient traditions are strong, and many believe the mythical beasts of old legends are very real. Now, rumors are rife that it was no ordinary bear that attacked regiment, but a monstrous creature whose den is in the city's nearby mine. Many are likely to down tools without action. How should we respond to the rumors? The way that you go about this choice is going to impact how your empire is run. I can go for enlightenment, or I can go for traditions. I think this is the tradition. Sorry, no. Yeah, this is more the old way of doing business. This is this is progress, and this is tradition. So the candle is tradition, and this is progress. This is authority. Emphasize controlling any dissidents, and this is free thought, liberty. We have choices which emphasize defense, exceptionalism, militarization for reasons against other groups. And this is more cooperation. This one is individualism, and this one is collectivism. So there are various ways that you can control your empire. I can investigate it, which I think is going to be working in my favor, because it means it's going to be celebrating, but there are unexpected consequences. The alternative is to go for embracing it and say, well, we're going to send in a mighty warrior who will slay the Chimera. And what could possibly go wrong? Which means they get patriotic, and that reduces land industry costs. That is very interesting, because I am working on a land unit, and I might need more. So let's go for that. Empire Foundation. I can now pick my civics. Founding myths. You claim inherent dominion over the land and beasts. Or our supremacy is ordained. We are the chosen ones. No, we were here, so this is our natural right.
Why was this even a question? Let's keep it simple. We've been here. It's our place.
And now, what's the legitimacy of our empire? I can say, well, we have more historical precedent, and that's why we have the right to judge people. Or laws. Laws will be debated, classified, and codified for perpetuity. And that's going to push me towards progress. I'm much in favor of codified laws, because it is more clear for everybody. It also means city absorb cost is lower, and that's quite what I want. I'm not very interested in creating more outposts at the moment.
Just imagine. Once you discover writing, you can...
But absorbing cities, like, for example, cities and outposts that happen to get in my way, well, that could come in useful. Okay, irrigation has been researched, and we also have an osmosis event. Sipar is close to Myceneans, and because of that I get an osmosis event, which means that exchanges between peoples of this city and its neighbors led to a minor technological breakthrough, and I gain 30 science instantly. Very kindly. These things can go your favor or their favor. Sometimes they just push their culture and their edicts onto yours. Alright, Sipar, time to build some walls. Because I expect this place to become the front line as I'm trying to take over the outpost over there. New science. Writing is going to push my science even higher, but fishing is cheap and fast. Carry on. More curiosities have been collected. Oh, there we go. I am becoming... or I'm getting a cordial relationship with these guys. And how their orientation line up with yours is also going to be an important factor. These guys are very much towards progress. And by having that, I gain a bit of bonus, I think. Fishing complete. Yeah, I'll look into that in a second. Let's get another science thing going. Barracks. Yes. Organized warfare. Okay, let's show the civics. I can now decide what I want to do with independent peoples. I can say, well, I want not to spill my own blood when we can have mercenaries, which is going to give me hiring armor cost reduction of 50%. This is going to be very useful if I want to hire some of the independent people's armies to fight for me. Alternatively, I can assimilate, and by doing that, I make sure that that city becomes cheaper to assimilate. But for now, with that war coming up soon, I want to go for mercenary armies.
If these independent people end up as shock troops, cannon fodder, or respected allies.
The control here is not great. This thing, the Myceneans, have a 46% hold over this territory. I only have a 53% hold. It is not very stable there. Similarly, though, now they got 46 here. So it's shaky what they have. Okay, my military unit has been completed. What else would I need? Can I hire these guys yet? Yes, I can hire them. I can rent this army for, I think, 20 turns? Yes, for 53 money. And that means I get an archer group and a warrior group. And I can use those as I see fit. I can do the same thing here with 2 warrior groups and another 2 warrior groups. These guys not yet, because they are part of Nok, which is the other town. But over here I am very much on the way to becoming, or to getting a courtier relationship as well. And once I get to there, friendly, I can start to absorb them. I can assimilate them. And if I want to assimilate these guys, I still have to wait a bit more. Right, Babylon, what are we going to do with you? I think another farmer's quarter is in order. Because right now I'm not getting that much population growth. Which is unsurprising, of course, as I'm spending my population on military units. The Darkest Depths, Part 2. The legend is born. The mighty warrior is now known as a monster slayer. A shield of humankind to protect against the terrors that lurk in the world's most fetid and frightening places. Witness who saw the terrifying dead beast dragged from the mine, a chimerical monstrosity stitched together from parts of goats, cows, dogs, snakes, and bears. Fortunately, didn't step too close to observe the deception. They will spread the tale far and wide, and one day children will sing nursery rhymes of the monster and the slayer. I have celebrating on 2 cities for 10 turns, which means they get more stability. So the ploy worked. The monster is dead, and I now have a nice, happy population. How's that wall coming up? 7 turns. Can I rush the production? No, not yet. It's going to take me 329 money, which I do not have, and I'm not getting a lot. Because I'm really not spending that much of my economy on money. Another Osmosis Event on Sipar. I get another 30 science for free. Ooh. The Harappans have reached the classical age with the the Maya. They must be pretty far ahead. Look at that. Whew. I only have 1 Aerostar. They have a lot more. They have a lot more. These guys are definitely far ahead. But I should be on my way very nicely to get a second Aerostar for technologies. And the same thing can be said for the estate stars. It's just that my population is not growing that fast, so I'm not getting agrarian stars. But for example, just getting another science star is going to give me 210 fame, which really helps. Next thing I think should be writing. Also, considering the pending war, I might be able to start getting militarist stars. I can absorb them if I want to. Okay. Huaricanga can get absorbed if I so desire. I currently don't. The reason for that is that I only have 2 out of 2 cities. I can get another one if I absolutely have to, but I do not want to, because it's going to give me a pretty serious influence debuff. And yes, it might give me all these military units, but for now, I'm not too eager to do it yet. What I could do is try and claim a new territory before they do. So let's have these guys set up an outpost. Just... oh, this is not bad. 19 and 7. That way I can claim this territory before they keep claiming more and more and more. Here we go. I'm close to getting another district. So I can get my 6th district star. Arcap Posterior will enter the sphere of influence of the Myceneans in 5 turns. That's my new outpost. Lovely. That's not what I want to see. We're going to be growing in 5 turns. Let's get everybody working on that. I want everybody working on more and more. Yeah, let's get this one under control. This is a luxury resource. Porcelain, plus 4 stability per porcelain on all cities, plus 3 money, plus on main the plaza and the administrative center, and all cities gain 5 money and 10 stability. So that's good. That's a nice bonus. And I want to do the same thing for horse. One turn and I can get another Aerostar. Just that some of these guys are very far ahead. And it's starting to get pretty concerning. Yes, let's get this curiosity and that one. Also, new wonders can be claimed. You can go there through the button that says all cities and outposts and show unclaimed wonders. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which rightfully should be mine, have been claimed. Not necessarily built, but claimed. The same can be said for the Pyramid of Giza and the Temple of Artemis. All of these have their own bonuses. The only thing left for me to claim is Stonehenge. I don't really want to, because I'm not very much into faith, especially not in this particular playthrough. So I'm just going to let that go. Speaking of letting that go, I'm going to let you go here at the end of this episode. I'm expecting to kick off the war against the Myceneans in the next episode. So join me Friday, and we're going to be fighting this war. And again, if you like the game, if you like what you see, please consider getting it through Nexus instead of just through Steam. And that way I can get some, well, a slight bonus to my YouTube channel from Nexus. Hope you guys enjoyed what you see so far. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comment section. Keep in mind, I do record these a bit in advance, which means that any comment that you make might not translate into my actions in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you soon for more.